You're already crying.
I'm not crying.
I don't even know what we're talking about. She's already crying.
You know I have sensitive flipping eyeballs.
Thank you for watching, guys.
What's up, everyone?
We are here.
Doing a Storytime Sunday?
Yeah, we are.
Heck yeah. We haven't done one of those in a while, but you guys, we kind of had to today because today is the 12-year anniversary of
Us, our first date, I guess.
Our first date. Our first date.
Our first meeting was...
You like hesitated.
Yes, well I was thinking like, it wasn't our first meeting, it was our first date. We met the day before
Yes.
we actually had a full-on date.
Yes. He's confusing you guys already, isn't he?
It's our first date.
It's the anniversary of our first date. So 12, what are you doing?
Dramatic effects, babe. Whoa!
Oh my goodness. I have no idea why our kids are so loud and rambunctious and crazy.
I don't either.
I don't get it. I don't.
But guys, our first date, Josh.
Do we have a treat we can give him?
Our first date and our first kiss was 12 years ago.
It's true.
Yeah, we kissed.
We did kiss on our first date. But you guys, like Cody said, we met the night before our first date and we actually pretended to be engaged the whole night, the first day we met, which was really funny. But that's not what we're talking about. We have a video about that. Today,
Go check it out.
we're talking about our first date. What did we do?
We went mini golfing.
We did. You guys, I was living in like Salt Lake County. He was living in Utah County. So we decided to meet in the middle in Orem at a place called Trafalgar. And it's
not even
actually
there anymore.
not there. They demolished
We
it.
can't even like repeat our first date.
We did a couple times with
We did.
Coda as a baby, but we can't ever again. So that's kind of...
Sad. It's all good. We're
But-
still married.
I know, you guys, I got a text message. So I was actually at one of my best friend's sister's wedding that day. And when I was at her wedding reception, I got a text message from this guy who asked for my number the night before.
me.
And he said, since we're getting married next week, you know, because we pretended to be engaged.
Pretending to be engaged.
He said, since we're getting married next week, we should probably go on a date. Of course, I was like freaking out. I was showing everyone the text and I was like, okay, when? And he was like, today. So we went on a date that night, met in Orem, and it was so much fun.
It was a blast.
It was.
I remember everything about it. Remember what you were wearing. You remember what I was wearing? She doesn't remember.
No.
Yeah, she doesn't remember.
I can narrow it down to like 5 different t-shirts and a jacket. Probably. I could probably tell you what you
Give
were
you a
wearing.
close guess.
Anyway, you guys, something about Cody and I, like from the second we met each other, it just clicked. Like we,
It's so much in common.
it was...
I could finish your
like-
sandwiches.
No, it really was so weird. Like it was so weird. It just felt right from the time we met each other.
Oh yeah, it was just so easy.
Well, and it was kind of funny because I feel like him and I both had like, not different relationships, but different like past relationships that were still kind of like, But then when we met each other, it was just like, boom, this is it.
Done.
This is us. And yeah, we went on our first date and you guys, we were married 5 months later. That's kind of crazy.
It's nuts. We're insane.
It's kind of
A
crazy.
year later, we had a kid.
I
A year
know.
another later, we had another kid. Year and a
It's true.
half later, we had another.
It's true.
And so on, you know, about
Yeah.
the other two. Lots of kids later, here we are.
What is your favorite memory from that night of our first date?
That night, ooh, probably our first kiss, honestly. It was some good stuff, you know. We went and parked in some random parking lot and
It was actually really cute.
danced first. Like we got out of the car, played some music.
Well,
we're
yeah, he
dancing.
turned the music up, he opened the doors, and he asked me to dance with him in the parking lot. And I was like, okay, am I like in a Nicholas Sparks movie? Because that's kind of what it feels like. I was all about it. It was awesome. Yeah, so we danced and he gave me a kiss and we were dancing. Crazy dance. Oh, you guys, it was a great night. Unfortunately, he did get pulled over for speeding right after that.
Did I get away with that one or not?
did.
He let us go. It
Well-
was one of those weird, it was around a roundabout and like literally I was going.
Well, the speed
The
limit
speed
went
limit.
like 35, 20, 35. So he was going like 30 and a 25. And it was right in between that transition. So it wasn't like he was like,
Kinda dumb.
you know. But the cop did say, if that was my daughter, I'd be very upset with you driving her around. And I was like, oh.
Sorry, Papa.
It was a little scary. But I would have to say that my favorite memory of that night was definitely dancing in the parking lot
Good.
after.
I mean, I
was so
probably
fun.
destroyed you in mini golf. Just can't. I have no clue if we even kept track or not. I can't remember.
You guys, Cody's annoyingly good at everything he does, but I probably won.
She probably did.
No, and I remember we had Dippin' Dots.
Oh yeah. Can't forget the Dippin' Dots.
I know.
Ice cream. I mean, if we didn't have ice cream on our first date, I don't think it would be meant to be. Like,
It just wouldn't work.
every other day since.
Oh my, you, not me.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so that was our first date, you guys, and it's actually kind of funny because we just were at like mini golfing in an arcade last weekend, and so the kids were like, wait, that's what you did for your first date?
What?
Crazy.
Pretty cool. Pretty good at this mini golf stuff.
Okay, so what was your first thought when you got home after that first date?
How do I have so much in common with this girl? Like, she is amazing. How do I even like keep this going? Because she might not even want a second date. So I just had to keep texting her, you know, make sure she's still on the line there.
You guys,
That's
because
a whip sound. That's a fishing pole I'm doing. What does a fishing pole sound make? I don't know.
because we met in April and we got married October 1st, we hadn't ever experienced most holidays together until after we were married. So like our first Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, all of those were experienced for the first time after we were married. And I remember that first Christmas that we were married. So it had been less than a year that we had known each other. He gave me the sweetest Christmas gift, and he had printed out every single text message that him and I had ever exchanged. And you guys, we text each other a lot.
Every day nonstop.
Like nonstop every day. And it was super cute because it was pictures of us, but then it would have like the
Overlaid with the text
over, and it was pages, and it was so stinking cute. That was probably one of my favorite gifts that you've given me.
Nice.
It was so cute.
But you never told me what was your thoughts after our first date.
Oh,
Can't forget your thoughts. You were probably like, who is this weirdo?
No, actually, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but I had this really good friend named Tyler, and I remember right when I got in my car to leave you, I called him and I was like, Ty, the day was amazing. He kissed me. I was so happy. I don't know. I just had to call and like tell someone about it, and he was super excited.
You
for
forgot
us.
a little part of that phone call you're skipping out on.
What?
I know what it is.
What?
You don't know what it is.
What?
You do know what it is. Your dry spell's over.
Oh my God.
I specifically remember. She hadn't kissed anybody in a long time, apparently.
I was trying not to because this is so off topic. This doesn't have anything
This
to
is
do
hilarious.
with Cody and I, but I feel like I went from like one relationship to another from the time I was 16 till I met you when I was 19. And so I remember my last breakup before I met Cody, I was like, that's it. Like, I need to be single for a while. I just need to be Kenzie. I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want anything. And so it had been a few months since I had kissed anyone. So yes, I was
Months. I got years before that.
it was like the drought is over. Whatever. You kiss someone after your mission.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like the drought is over and this is awesome. I was just really excited and I wanted to tell everyone about him.
Good. I'm glad you did, because it would have been awkward. Next.
It was super fun too. I remember it was probably only like a month after our first date. My brothers, Matt and Jed, they had a wrestling tournament in Orem, and Cody actually surprised me and took work off that day because me and my sisters always volunteered as like scorekeepers and stuff at those big state and national tournaments. So I was just gonna be sitting at a table at a wrestling tournament all day.
All day alone.
And I wanted to see Cody, and so he surprised me and showed up there, and it was really fun because we got to keep score together all day.
Once again, very gutsy, because if she was like not into me, it would have been just super awkward. She's like, hey, I'm here.
Oh, cool. I'm so glad.
Why? Good thing you like me a little bit.
I love you. But because we did live almost an hour away, I remember you came up to my parents' house that night because it was a 2-day tournament. He came up to my parents' house that night, spent the night at my parents' house, remember? And then we went.
Separate room, don't worry.
Oh yes, definitely. And then we went back to the tournament the following day, and I remember this clear as day. Like, I had said goodbye to Cody as we were leaving the tournament. He was headed back home. I remember sitting in my parents' van, texting on my phone. I was already like sending him a message, and I must have been smiling ear to ear because I remember so abruptly my dad slamming on the brakes and he just put the car in park, and we're all
Their
like,
whole family in the car.
yeah, all 7 of us. So my parents and all 4 of my siblings. He puts the car in park and he's like, okay, spill the beans. And I was like, what? And he's like, what are you thinking about, Cody? What are your thoughts here? And I remember just getting like the biggest smile on my face. And I remember that was the day when I told my whole family, I was like, I'm gonna marry him. Like, this is gonna be my husband. So that was
How
pretty
soon
cute.
after was that?
Like a month after we
Month
met.
after?
Yeah. You guys, I'm telling you, things moved fast. Like we clicked and it was just like,
We were
this is
both
it.
ready, I think.
Yeah. We were ready and it just felt right.
Yeah.
Something that has been awesome with Cody and I, like since we've known each other, there's been so many situations in life that could have been a big, scary decision, but instead they just always felt right.
Yeah.
You know, like moving to the town where we live, getting the home that we built, starting YouTube. There's just been so many different situations where it's like, this is right. This is what you need to do. And it's pretty cool.
It's awesome. Well, like our core beliefs were the exact same. Like we both believe in God. We believe in Christ. We believe all the same things. And
Family
it
is
just
the most important to us.
came natural, everything. And, you know, we got involved in all of our decisions and everything just fell into place how it's supposed to be.
It did.
And some things didn't because they weren't right.
Yeah.
Like
And that's,
lots of things.
yeah, and I feel like that's part of like growing and maturing and becoming wiser is knowing that even though those things that you think you want so badly that don't work out, you just have to realize, okay, that wasn't right for us and that wasn't meant to
Not
be.
a big deal, yeah.
And so move on to the next thing. But you guys, I'm so grateful that you pretended to be engaged to me and that you asked
too.
me on a date the next day. You guys, I
love
love
you.
him. No, it really has been an awesome 12 years, and I can't believe everything we've done in 12 years and experienced together. Our 5 beautiful kids.
It's been amazing.
Our dog, our leopard geckos.
Don't get us wrong though, there has been many ups and downs.
Oh,
and
definitely.
Left out of right field and all the things. I mean, every week is different. I mean, a couple weeks ago we had like one of the worst weeks ever just because, I mean, our car broke down, our house flooded. So many things happened that we're just like, what is actually happening?
That actually is a really good point because I've had a few people stop me in town this last week. Like, I don't know how you are so positive and happy through everything that's going on. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I have like improved drastically in that area the last few years, but there's definitely moments where you guys, Cody and I are far from perfect. Our marriage is far from perfect. Our family, our life is far from perfect, but I will say that him and I really do work on seeing the positive and saying, well, it could have been worse. Like we still have all of this to be grateful for. And it really has like changed my life and my happiness so much. Just that like little mindset change. So yes, to clarify, far from perfect here, but I think just like choosing to see the good, you know?
Well, that's like our slogan. Like you guys, we love the journey, even if it's a hard week or a hard day or best week of our life going to Disneyland. I mean, it's...
Oh, Coey wants a sweatshirt.
Coey's hot.
There you go, bud. Love you.
You want to say hi, Coey?
Our cute little caboose.
Hi.
Hi.
Anything you want to say?
Are you happy that mom and dad got married?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
You
love
love
us?
Jinx. Who loves you more?
Mom.
Oh, hey!
Okay, tell
No
them bye.
Bye.
Wait. Whoa, Spider-Man.
Well, guys, just remember, always love the journey.
Yes.
Good or bad.
Can you tell them love the journey?
You're a journey.
Love the journey.
Love the journey. You guys, we are so grateful that we met each other and we went on our first date, and we are seriously so grateful for this opportunity we have to make videos and communicate with so many of you, and we're so grateful that you're here.
Yeah.
It means the world to us.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Say we'll see you tomorrow.
You too. Bye.
Say it like a big boy.
Yeah.
Say it loud.
Thanks.
Say see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
You're goofy.
Gangsta.
What is that?
Gangsta. It's on, babe.
Oh,
It's on like Donkey Kong.
wow.
It's on. Just
What?
letting you know.
Oh.
It's on.
Okay, well, should we go now?
You're already crying.
I'm not crying.
I don't even know what we're talking about. She's already crying.
You know I have sensitive flipping eyeballs.